So somehow I have 100 subscribers. And I've really just been not really posting much. So let me go ahead. It's getting pretty cold out here. It's actually a Halloween morning. Um, about maybe 28 Fahrenheit out here right now. Um, anyways, let's go over the truck one more time. Probably the first thing you notice about the truck, well, it's been this way for ever since I started putting this turbo together, is, what the fuck, camera? Very nice. I'm just gonna blur out for no reason at all. Anyway, first thing you might notice is the strange mismatched wheels. And here are my weird mismatched tires to go with my weird mismatched wheels. So up front we're actually going to run some snow tires just to try to keep it safe. Camera, why the hell? Okay, there you go. So that's what I got going up front. In the rear, I want a little bit of versatility and don't want to pay for too many different tires. So, hi Opie, go on buddy. We got these for the back. These are actually even a little bit taller than my rear tires I've already got. So that'll be really interesting to get them on there and see how it looks. So yeah, those new tires will probably do a good job. These guys here up front are over 10 years old. They actually came on this car when I first purchased it for $300. See, this guy's actually been running snow tires year-round. These are good tires actually, and been doing pretty good. Handling is not, the handling in an old K car is sloppy anyway. So, anyway, next thing's up. There's something I've removed recently. My blue Greddy E-Manage unit. So what the hell happened to it? Well, my auxiliary injection was kind of working. I was able to get a little bit higher boost pressure. But I was still having a little bit trouble with timing or just tuning it properly. It would be way too rich in certain areas and still start to lean out a little bit on top. And you see the kind of discoloration here. Well, the straw that broke the camel's back was a small slow drip coming right out of there, gasoline. So I'm decided I am not gonna fuck with this. It is not worth burning my truck down. Up here where I had them mounted, it was fine. So these are the original fuel line stubs. They just push really hard in the injectors there. So, you know, I've still got the harness for all the secondary injector wiring, and in here I've got the injectors still in there to plug up the hole, but they've been disabled. So, other unfinished items. Never did get liquid cooling running yet on the truck. Liquid cooled turbine housing, I mean. But I've been running low boost, so that's not an issue. I started playing with HP tuners a little more. Crank this way out. I'm running about 5 psi of boost, and that's it. But I'm having nice rich air fuel ratio across the board as soon as I enter boost. So I'm just about right on the limit of my stock injectors. So that's perfect. It's pretty quick. Let's see other things I may have not shown before in last videos. This is a Saab blow-off valve. That works great. Plumbing for the intercooler still holding up well. I got my air filter back in there. This is no longer a mass airflow sensor. It's just because when I JB welded all this shit together, I just went ahead and I had to cut out where the actual plug is in order for the clearance to fit here. So, got brand new heater hoses run back on this thing. There's something going on where my truck is stuck in heat. Behind this whole cover here, there's an air door that goes back and forth, and it'll either put air through the heater core or around it. And yeah, it's always making it go through, so I've got to eventually troubleshoot that, or else I'll just bypass the heater lines every time it gets warm outside, which is what I did last time. God, what else? What else? You know, not much. It's been just about a daily driver, and for such an incredibly cobbled together piece of shit taking so many risks, that's pretty impressive. So I'll give myself a pat in the back. Good job, man. Yep. Anyway, I know that was obnoxious. There are some strays around here, so it's been getting really cold, so I've been giving them some food. Gonna get these guys neutered, hopefully find some homes for them. But anyways, how you doing, buddy? You want to be on camera? No. I might as well talk about this car, because I put more money into this car than I did into that truck. And you're just gonna hear this dog barking because the owners just leave them outside for hours on end. They just bark and whine. And anyway, full engine rebuild. Next up, obviously, a lot of exterior issues I have to address. All right. This is also not completely stock, though it would be hard to tell. Get this out here. My this doesn't have a hood prop rod. It relies on a couple gas cylinders that are just completely shot. So let me attempt to do this one-handed. Sure, that was a nice bizarre camera angle. So here we go. Fully rebuilt. Had the head sent off to have it milled, had a full valve job done on it, had the block sent off to have it milled flat and just honed. Then I went ahead and I did the whole rebuild on it. I put in a new set of forged pistons. A company called Wossner makes them for this engine. And down there is the factory turbocharger, except actually it's not the factory turbocharger. This is a Chinese-built TD04 that bolts up exactly as it should. The stock turbo is what's called a TD04 15T. And the 15T is a designation for the size of the compressor. Some other things I'm missing. There might be a slight difference in the exhaust wheel. Anyways, this is a slightly upgraded size. And this engine now has about 800-900 miles on it, and it's running really well. Right now, it's pretty much performing like a stock vehicle because I have not got started to tune this at all. I'm going to need to tap into a couple wires in here because the CAN bus wires for the powertrain don't run to the OBD2 port on this 2001 vehicle. So I've actually got to tap in here, find a way to get a couple extra wires through the firewall, and then put them into the OBD2 port. And then I have a piece of hardware I've already purchased that will allow me to do some tuning on this guy. So pretty much the stock exhaust. I've removed the center resonator, and that's about it. Anyways, now's a part of the video where you get to hear both vehicles. That's not what I was trying to do. Hold on. Sometimes when it's really cold, here we go. And it is really cold. That's a little warmer than I thought, actually. So this is the stock exhaust system, catalytic converters, both of them still in place. The center resonator deleted. Basically, you can just hear the car. So for inline 4, not too bad. Oh yeah, let's talk about these scratches on the back. You know how this happened? My fiance was driving this car in Portland, And there was actually a pretty heavy snowfall that came down as she was at work. And she was trying to get out in the evening, and she got stuck right at this on-ramp. Guess who was right behind her? Me and this thing! So I come along, and I basically ram her. I try not to make too hard of contact, but I needed to have a little bit of momentum, and unfortunately that was a side effect. So one day maybe I'll get that fixed. My corner lights are trash. You can see where this lens internally fell down. And on this one, the tabs and shit are so broken off it doesn't fit anymore, so there's tape. Back there in the rear, there's some extra junkyard parts though, so I've got another set of corner lights. One that does actually still need a minor repair, but those will go in its place. And that's about all that's really exciting about this Saab 9.5 so far. I mean, it's a factory Aero model, 5-speed manual, has almost all the bells and whistles except for the CD changer. Like, that's the only option I see that's not there. These seats are not only heated, they're ventilated. Air, you can actually turn on the air conditioner and air comes through these perforations. So, kind of nifty. But probably should stop running it, almost out of gas. So alright, you 18 or so people watching this video for my 100 subscriber special. Hope some people got some enjoyment out of this, and at least get a little bit more in-depth overview of my little turbo stable here. No, there's no turbocharger in that, but my first turbocharged car was a Dodge that had that same engine, except turboed. So, thanks for watching. Oh, wait a second. Did I forget about the beef? Oh, God.